What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is John Dewberry, and welcome to the very first episode of Do You Know? Before we get into it, man, I just want to explain the reason that we're doing this, and basically I can explain it by a quote from Maya Angelou. The more you know your history, the more liberated you are. Just during this time with social injustice and everything that's been happening since George Floyd and just everything right now, personally it's prompted me to just go do research, and that's been setting me free. Once you realize, you go back and look like that, our black history goes back far, like biblical far. Yes, even the Bible far. You find out that we were kings and queens. We ruled in Africa and Egypt, and we built this country. We're inventors, we're scientists, we're authors, we're everything. We do a lot. And so since that knowledge, that history, you have to realize that was intentionally taken from us. So I'm intentionally putting it back into us, because once you know where you come from, you know where you're going. And it's power in knowing your history and knowing your culture, and it's just power in it. So I'm gonna just do what I can to just share that knowledge. So I hope you guys will tune into these episodes and learn a little something. Maybe there'll be some uncommon facts, some common fact things you may or may not know. But we'll see what happens, and there'll be things about people, just random facts, and I hope you guys tune in. And so we're gonna get to the very first person, Miss Marie Van Brittan Brown. Miss Marie Van Brittan Brown invented the very first home security system, and she's also credited with inventing the very first closed circuit television as well. But basically, man, her and her husband were living in Queens, New York. Crime was on the rise, and they didn't feel safe. And when they tried to call the police wouldn't show up, or they would show up super late, hours later. So basically, man, her and her husband, they didn't feel safe in their house. And Miss Brown, she's like, man, I wish there was a way I could see around my crib and see who's coming up, trying to come up in here, because I want to see out here. And so she started working on an invention, and basically her first invention consisted of 3 peepholes on the door, a monitor, a camera, and a 2-way microphone, and also included an alarm button. Basically, the camera on the inside, it would slide up and down and look through those peepholes, and those images would reflect on the monitor via wireless system. That monitor could be placed anywhere in the house. Also, she had a component which allowed you to speak to the person outside, and if you were welcome, she would press the button on the remote, and the door would unlock. If you weren't, she would press the alarm button, and the police would show up. And so basically, her and her husband filed for a patent on August 1st, 1966 under the title Home Security System Utilizing Television and Surveillance. And it was approved 3 years later. Why it took 3 years, I don't know. It took a very long time. I don't know if that's just the process I went there, but goddamn. Anyway, she received an award from the National Scientist Committee. And basically, man, she laid the foundation for the security systems you see today, man. They still have the 2-way communication systems, the push-a-button alarm triggers, the video monitor, all these things. So once you see an alarm system today, or think about one, think of Miss Marie Van Brittan Brown. That has been the very first episode of Do You Know? Thank you so much. We will see you guys next week.